Yay! Wow! What a lovely, lovely studio audience. Hi, I'm Tim Cavanagh. Welcome to my office. This is it. This is going to be my studio for tonight. As you can tell, we have a live audience. Yes, and they're very, very nice. They're small. They're real small. You can't see them on screen, but there's 10 of them. Because the governor said we can't have more than 10 in a room. So, and they're socially distant. And as I said, they're very, very small. But they can make a lot. Yes, see, they're so nice. Anyway, it's good to see you all. Tonight is a special night because tonight is a fundraiser. And we will be raising money for the Blue Nebraska Foundation, which is a sponsor of Flood Aid Nebraska 2019, and that's what we're raising money for. This is a great organization. I was scheduled to do a 2-day concert with them last September to raise money for people who've been hurt by the flooding that they had in 2019. And so in September of 2019, we had booked this great venue. It was an outdoor little stadium kind of thing. Wouldn't you know, it got rained out because we were raising money for the flooding. So it just kind of all fit together. So anyway, this is kind of in lieu of that. Yes, thank you. We've lowered the scale a little bit, and so here I am, instead of in front of a large throng of people in a little stadium somewhere. I'm in my office, which is so much more comfortable, and the snacks are excellent, and there's a restroom not that far from here. You know, it's just a block and a half away, so much closer than it would have been had I been at the stadium. So anyway, so please be generous. We're asking for donations, and the nice folks at Flood Aid Nebraska 2019. That's a lot to say. Flood Aid Nebraska 2019. We've decided that we are going to do a split of the proceeds here. So I will get a lesser share than Flood Aid Nebraska, I can't say it, Flood Aid Nebraska 2019 will get. And if you want to donate, here's the information. Okay, and you might want to actually write this down or something like that. I have it written down here. There's a couple of places you can donate. One would be if you use Venmo, just go to Venmo / Ginger, Ginger -Rosenthal, Rosenthal, Rosenthal. So that's Venmo / Ginger -Rosenthal. Or you can go to PayPal, and that's just PayPal / Fremont, FREMONT, Blue Yoga, all one word, all lower cap, at gmail.com. That's PayPal / Fremont Blue Yoga at gmail.com. That's what we got. So thank you. Thank you very much. I got through that. So please be generous. I am not working, which is okay. Actually, but it's a weird time. You know, it's Halloween, and this is going to be a weird Halloween. With the pandemic and everything, I don't even know what to do in terms of candy. You know, I don't know who I trust to get candy from to give out to the kids. And because this pandemic is all over the world. I mean, it's even hit Hershey, Pennsylvania. So, you know, that's a lot of chocolate right there that's out. So I decided to be on the safe side. I was going to get all my candy from Mars, which is Three Musketeers and Snickers and all of that. So it's a really good quality candy. The other thing, there's been a lot of changes because of the pandemic. Halloween the last couple of years especially, boy, there's been spook houses and haunted houses everywhere, including my neighborhood. But they're all closed now, and the one in my neighborhood also closed. Ours is Dr. Diablo's horrible house of faulty wiring. Kids, ooh, behind those walls lurk blood-curdling building code violations. Ooh, be afraid. So while I've had some time off during the pandemic, I have to say it has not been quite the same as vacation, but I thought I'd start things off tonight with a little bit of a vacation song. All right, here we go. It's great to be a comedian on vacation. Just relax and have a drink or two. Like I went to this bar last night, and in walked a 10-foot Polish guy, a black guy and his Jewish friend. But nothing funny happened. Hey, I'm on vacation. Played some golf, had a lot of fun. Didn't even think to wear 2 pairs of pants in case I got a hole in one. Thank you very much. Crossed a horse and a donkey. Normally I'd get a honky, but this week I got a mule, 'cause I'm on vacation. I'm taking time off, gonna rest my funny bone. Why did the chicken cross the road from August 3rd through the 12th? You're on your own. Changed the light bulb by myself. A blonde gave me computer help. It's great to be. Oh, it's great to be. Knock, 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 knock. I'm not gonna answer, I'm off the clock. It's great to be a comedian on vacation. Woo! Yay! Oh, no, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I will give you a little bit of the behind-the-scenes magic that's happening here. The applause and the laughter that you're hearing are not generated by actual people, but instead by an app that is being aptly run by my wife, who is not going to be on camera tonight. That is her love. Oh, that's even creepier than if you were actually fully on camera. Okay, so for those of you who are Addams Family fans, I believe that would be Thing. So anyway, so it's good to be here. I wanted to talk a little bit about Halloween. You know, when I was growing up, my mom always tried to make Halloween interesting for the kids. She used to buy 2 kinds of candy to give out to the trick-or-treaters. She used to buy Smarties and Dum-Dums. Then she'd ask the kids trivia questions. She thought it was kind of funny until the year our house burned down. That's when we all learned, dumb kids know a lot more about arson than you give them credit for. Although Dr. Diablo says it could have been electrical. Could have been. Let's see. And by the way, I'm looking at notes here, and I apologize. Those of you who know me know that I am anything but smooth. So thank you. That didn't have gotten quite that big a laugh. But then again, I don't have any control over the laughing. So it's the hand that you saw earlier is responsible for that. So anyway, talking about Halloween, some of the, probably my worst Halloween, I was 10 years old, and my mom hadn't really thought about a costume, and neither had I. And so it got to be the day. And so she kind of improvised. She found a rubber sheet, and she cut a couple eye holes in it. And then I went as a ghost with a bedwetting problem. That was a little early. The ghost with the bedwetting problem. There you go. There you go. All right. All of this will be edited out when you see this, so it's gonna be fine. Okay. Yeah, I know it's not going to. Now, in my neighborhood where we live now, we've got kind of a cool tradition. We've gotten to know a lot of our neighbors. And the day after Halloween, what we do is the adults, the parents and people like us who don't have kids, we get dressed up and we do a little Halloween the day after. We dress up and we go trick-or-treating to our neighbors, and their kids give out the candy, which I think is kind of cool. Last year, I just put on a muscle shirt and some little Speedos, and there you go. Yeah, there's a sound effect thing that I was expecting there. So what I did is I put on a muscle shirt and some little Speedos. Yeah, I know. And I told the kids that I was Jason Momoa. And I think I got more Snickers than anybody else. Even our local McDonald's has gotten into the Halloween spirit. They came up with a new holiday dish that I think is going to be very popular. It's called chicken on... No, I can't, I'm looking at my wife like, no, you couldn't save me there. They've got a new dish at McDonald's. And I think it's going to be very popular. It's called corn on the macabre. It's corn on the macabre for those of you who are keeping score at home. Okay, so that was not necessarily the way that was supposed to go. All right, so did I say that this is a fundraiser? So please remember, give generously. I'm not going to be totally obnoxious. Oh, by the way, I can't see the reactions on this. I don't know why that is. So if people are, okay, Chris is just saying. Chris is my wife, by the way. She's saying no, just ignore that. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. So I was going to say, if you find that the laugh machine is annoying, you can let us know. I don't know how that's going to happen, but you could let us know, and we'll can the laughter. Okay, sometimes I get a little pissed off at the laugh machine, but you know what? I know. Okay, that was maybe not fair. I'd like to do another Halloween song, and this is thank you. This is one of my favorites, and I've got it written up here on my wall. And the question is, can I read it? And I think I can here, but I think I know the words anyway. So I've got some of these memorized because I am a paraprofessional. All right, here we go. When I was young, each Halloween truly was the stuff of dreams. I'd don my mask and out I'd roam, and by the time that I came home, my bag was overflowing with every kind of treat. I thought my mask was magic, that's what I believed. Oh, that's what I believed. Now that I've grown up, it seems that what I learned from Halloween to this day still comes in handy, well beyond the realm of candy. Now once a month I go and drive, say 50 miles or so, to where my magic mask still works with convenience store clerks. And while I don't say trick or treat, the spirit of those words is clear. Oh no, look out here, the cops are here. I'll see you in a year or 3. It's Halloween all year. They're up there. Okay. Is there anything I can do to fix that? No. You know what? You guys can figure it out yourselves. Okay. So, I got lost because I just rewrote the ending. Because I wanted to avoid a swear. Because this is supposed to be a family-friendly show, which it would be even if I put the swear in. It wasn't that bad a swear. But I made a decision, and I decided that I was going to put these lyrics up where I could read them. And this afternoon, when it was sunny and nice, I was able to read them. So I'm going to see if I can get a little bit more light, and that wouldn't have helped, really. Okay, all right, how many more songs do I have up there? Well, we got quite an evening for you guys. Let me switch gears, all right? My wife is sitting here. As I said, she is not necessarily... she is very camera friendly. She's very pretty and she's photogenic, but she's decided that she would rather be anonymous tonight, and that's fine. But I want to brag a little bit because we've been married a long time. We've been married for 40 plus years. Thank you. And you know what? I think it's important to keep romance in your relationship. I know I still love it when my wife runs her fingers through my hair. I know you're looking at me like, Tim, you don't have that much hair for that. Well, she doesn't have all her fingers. So it's a match made in heaven, really. And I hate to brag, but in all the years we've been married, I have never heard a complaint in bed. Of course, kind of hard to hear up in the top bunk. But, yeah, the night the ceiling fan, that was bad. That was a night at the hospital. So, anyway, we've been married a long time. We don't have kids. Actually, I'm unable to have children. Yeah, the doctor told me I was born without a cervix. What a shock that was. I guess it's hereditary. My dad didn't have one either, but you hope something like that will skip a generation, but no luck there. But I do have a lot of great nieces and nephews. Thank you. My niece just gave birth to her 5th kid. Yeah, all 5 of my sister's kids were premature, taking after the father, in a sense. But I've got 23 in total. I've got 23 nieces and nephews, and they're great. I've got 2 that are in college, and boy, they have really made a name for themselves. Danny, Dean's List, Brianne, Craig's List. So everybody's pretty proud of them. On the other end, I've got a 5-year-old niece who's cute and adorable, and they asked me to babysit for her one night, and I put her to bed, and she said, "Uncle Tim, could you tell me a bedtime story?" I'm not really good with bedtime stories, but I came up with the story of the tortoise and the hare. And there's so many life lessons that you can learn from that story. And when I was finished, I asked her, I said, "So what do you think the moral of this story is?" And she just looked at me, she said, "Hair loss can be devastating." She's a smart kid. She says when she grows up, she wants to be a surrealistic artist. So I bought her a paint by irrational number set. I asked her, "Who's your favorite artist?" And she said, "Well, let me write it down for you." And she started spelling out Picasso. She said, "Picasso." I said, "Well, okay, you spelled it wrong. It's Picasso. You put the I in the wrong place." And she just stared at me and said, "That's what I learned from Picasso." Because if you look at his paintings, the eye is never in the right place. So that was the joke there. Okay. So, hey, how about another song? Oh, let's see if I have one that's closer to me. Oh, that's a hard one. All right. This is a song. Okay, you know what? A lot of this, I'm just enjoying myself, and I hope that maybe you're enjoying it a little bit. The audience here in the studio here in my office is sounds like they're having a good time. So here's a short little tune that I came up with, really, really short, and I hope you enjoy it. Sorry, there are some downtimes here. Yeah, I haven't been playing as much guitar as I should in my off time. So you're going to have to, you'll learn to live with this. I have. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That's what my mom always said. The problem is my mom's a cardiac surgeon, and all her patients are dead. Okay, you know, it's better to be just stop playing at that point because, again, okay, I see what I did wrong. Okay, so, shall we go? Let's do something that I'm more competent at. The laugh lady herself laughed at that one. I'd like to do a segment that I do on Bob and Tom, and I know we have a lot of Bob and Tom fans, huh? Yeah, there you go. Who's your favorite? Chick. Okay, all right, there you go. All right. I do a segment on the show called Tim Cavanagh's Cavalcade of Celebrity Birthdays, and thank you. And it's a fun segment to do, and it's going to be even better with a laugh machine because I don't have that when I do it with Bob and Tom, and so sometimes they don't always know where to laugh at these. And because I didn't run this through with my wife, she doesn't know where the laughs are either. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right, here we go. Hey, everybody. Okay, when I do this, there's a little spot there. I'm just going to stop looking at myself. Hey, everybody. It's time again for Tim Cavanagh's Cavalcade of Celebrity Birthdays. I'm comedian Tim Cavanagh. Born on this date, November 5th. It's not this date. Born on the same date, November 5th, are Ike Turner and Art Garfunkel, two men who would not have been very famous except for their talented partners, Paul Simon of Simon and Garfunkel and Mike of Mike and Ike. It's another candy joke. Celebrating birthday number 67 this week is actress Kate Capshaw, the wife of filmmaker Steven Spielberg. They first met when Kate worked on Spielberg's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. When she married Spielberg, she converted to Judaism, which was really brave, considering her first exposure to temple involved doom and stuff. Thank you. Rob Van Winkle, better known as Vanilla Ice, turns 53 this week. Yeah, I know. It's been 30 years since his big hit Ice Ice Baby. That's a long hiatus. I mean, even his great-great-grandfather Rip woke up after 20 years. He's Rob Van Winkle and his great-great-great-grandfather's Rip Van Winkle, the guy who fell asleep. Like the tortoise and the hare. Born this week back in 1854 was John Philip Sousa, the man who wrote Stars and Stripes Forever. The prolific composer of patriotic songs died on March 6, 1932, which is now known as Sousa's Unfinished March. I like that joke. Turning 74 this week is actress Sally Field. She suffers... Yeah, I know, she's great. She suffers from osteoporosis, which, according to her doctors, has been aggravated over the years by all those people telling her to break a leg. The legendary Peanuts cartoonist Charles Schulz would have been 98 years old this week. Shortly before his death, he started suing everybody. Shortly before his death, he won his first lawsuit against Snoop Dogg in an obvious case of copyright infringement. His next lawsuit was against Eminem, and that was thrown out of court when his argument that Eminem with Peanuts was created without Schultz's permission. Schultz then tried to sue Peter Pan Peanut Butter, but the judges ruled that a group of fictional characters cannot sue another fictional character. See, the Peanuts, they're all... And shortly thereafter, Schultz died of a heart attack. Or did he? A conspiracy theory claims that he was actually murdered by a rival cartoonist who had a serious case of Peanuts envy. It's not dirty, I swear. Okay. 130 years ago this week, Supreme Court Justice Felix Frankfurter was born. He was appointed to the High Court in 1939 and was considered a giant of American jurisprudence. So for those of you who thought Steph Curry was the biggest hot dog ever on the court, you were wrong. It was Felix Frankfurter. In 1887, the great Chinese leader Chiang Kai-shek was born. He gained notoriety as a tough and successful military leader and famously dismissed all the cowards in his army. In fact, he was the first one to call General So chicken and then ordered him to go. General So chicken to go. I'm sorry, I'm playing to my wife now. Celebrating birthday number 63 this week is Caroline Kennedy. She married Edwin Schlossberg, which is a great name for a Kennedy to have because it sounds the same whether you're drunk or sober. I'm Caroline Schlossberg. Schlossberg. And finally, Condoleezza Rice turns 66 this month. She's the answer to the trivia question, which Secretary of State goes best with Condoleezza chicken? That's it. Hey, that wraps up another edition of Tim Cavanagh's Cavalcade of Celebrity Birthdays. Till next time, remember, who needs a calendar when you've got a Cavanagh? That's the whole ending that I didn't really need to do. All right. Let's see. I'm checking to see, is it really 7:28? Is this? Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Let me remind you, if you want to send some money to me, and they can help me with buy some guitar lessons, maybe get some new glasses so I can read the lyrics that I have written up here, that it looks like I won't even have to do most of them. Let me give you the information again. If you want to donate to the Nebraska Blue Foundation and Flood Aid Nebraska 2019, and this is to raise money for all of the people who in the 2019 floods that devastated Nebraska and cost a lot of farmers their livelihood and their homes and their farms, and many of them are still suffering. So that's what we're trying to raise money for. So it's a really good cause, and if you are a Nebraskan, it is for your fellow Nebraskan. If you're from somewhere else, it's going to Nebraska, and that's fine because they're nice people there. All right, and some of it goes to me, as I said, but don't even worry about that. So if you want to give, go to Venmo / and Venmo is VENMO for those of you who are old like me. For us boomers, Venmo is just a name they made up, but it's a good one. Venmo / Ginger / Rosenthal, ROSENTHAL. Venmo / Ginger - Rosenthal. Or you can go to PayPal, and that address is PayPal / Fremont, FREMONT, Blue Yoga, which is something that I believe Ginger does actually to make money, because she's working for a nonprofit also with the Nebraska Blue Foundation. She does fantastic work. She's a lovely woman, and we had a great interview the other night. And I want to thank her. But let me finish this address. PayPal/Fremont Blue Yoga, all one word, at gmail.com. That's PayPal/Fremont Blue Yoga at gmail.com. And I think that's it. So if you care to be generous, that would be great. If you don't care to be generous, you really might want to do some self-examination. You really might. All right, let me wrap things up. Okay, and let me just do a real quick song, if I can. And if I can is kind of the operative word. You know what? I'm going to do a song that I actually know. And it's a song that I do a lot on Bob and Tom, because Tom Griswold loves this song. And it's a little bit of a basketball song. I'm a big... Thank you. I'm a big... Congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers, by the way, for winning the NBA championship. This song is not about them, unfortunately, but it's... I'm a collector of memorabilia for the NBA. I wrote a song about it. I thought I'd wrap things up. And by the way, thank you very much. You've been a great audience. Except for that one moment where you actually went into a catatonic state. Anyway, here's a little song to wrap things up. Here we go. The Detroit Pistons, former champs of basketball. I have so many souvenirs, it's hard to list them all. I have piston pants, I have piston shorts, I have piston beer mugs, sometimes people don't even notice. I have piston ashtrays, I have piston shoes, I have piston basketballs. When I dribble, they do too. Thanks, you guys. Happy Halloween. Woo! Thanks. I'll figure out how to turn this off in a minute.